Hello.
There he is.
Welcome.
I put my headphones on and I just started hearing that
There
waves. And
is.
it's like, you're looking for me, aren't you?
Maybe. 2 minutes till go time.
I have one more thing to show you, Kiv, and it's going to be through Telegram.
Wow.
So yes, after how long is this going to run for?
We usually go for a couple of hours.
All right. All right. So hopefully afterwards you could help me test my Twitch.
Could do, yeah, if your internet actually decide to, work.
Actually, in the minute we've got left, I'm going to very quickly jump to the speed test. And
Hey,
check it.
Toby's already here.
Tom.
Go.
Okay,
Alright.
where the fuck is...
Ping is 5 milliseconds, which is probably about as good as I'm going to get in Australia.
And Arding's here. Yay.
Because they're saying this is probably actually one of the best times to do a stress test of Twitch because it's Saturday morning here when traffic's going to be really high.
Really?
And yeah, I can tell the download's slightly lower than it was yesterday.
Okay, that is
Uploads
kind of
seem-
cool.
Uploads seem to be up.
Hey, Gerald, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, a friend of mine
Upload-
actually... Oh, great! Arc has an overlay that I don't like.
Okay, calm your tits.
No.
I have a bottle of water. I still have my giant pack of ranches that I haven't been able to eat.
You giant pack of what now?
Jolly Ranchers, American hard candy. I got a 5-pound bag of them on the way to Convergence.
Fucking hell, okay then.
And I shared a few of them around at Convergence, but there's still literally like a third of the bag hanging around.
Jesus Christ.
So I got snacks, I got water, ready to go.
Speaking of ready to go, it is now 9 o'clock GMT, I'm guessing 8 o'clock Australian?
8
in the morning?
a.m., yep.
8 a.m. in the morning, and Americans
And it's
are
5 p.m. over here in the Americas because we fucked up our time.
Yeah, you weirdos. But yeah, welcome.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one that did it.
I know. But yeah, welcome to the next Furcast Friday. Unfortunately, the topics I have are kind of shitty. Like, quite bad. But, needless to say, I do want to talk about them. So I'm going to get the elephant in the room out of the way first. And that is the unfortunate loss of life that we've had this week.
Yeah.
I'm talking none other than the great mind himself, Stephen Hawking. And for Britain, that's triply so, when we've lost one of our old comics called Ken Dodd, who was a ventriloquist, did like charity work, all that sort of thing, and a TV host, Jim Bowen. So the whole world's felt the loss of Aussie Stephen Hawking. Brilliant mind. Didn't think he'd live out of his 20s, and he's made it all the way to his 70s, which is freaking amazing. And I can't even comprehend the work he's done for the field of physics. Like, that's just so far beyond my knowledge skills. Like, I'll go as far as, well, two particles smash together and shit happens. That's about my knowledge.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's like,
unfortunate that one of the few voices of reason that everybody listens to unanimously is gone now, especially with the political climate that we're currently in. It's just
Oh yeah.
those things. But people have to understand is that while the person that was Stephen Hawking is irreplaceable, his position in life is not. And now we need to understand that people in this world need to sort of take up the mantle as the voice of reason, as the researcher of physics. We still have people like Neil deGrasse Tyson who are significantly younger, but they are also aging as well, and we need to realize that there is going to be at some point in time where our generation needs to step up and take that mantle. Just to sort of bring a message of optimism and of, I want to say, urgency to some degree.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to agree with you on that part because, you know, we just don't seem to have these great like people coming like forward anymore. I mean, you could argue like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. I mean, don't get wrong, great at what they
Well, Steve
do.
Jobs is dead.
Yeah, well, I mean when he was alive, like you get my point. But
Yeah.
but it wasn't like physics, science, or any of that sort of thing. And it got me thinking like who else is gonna feel like a profound loss for on that level. And the first person that came to my head was David Attenborough. Who the fuck is ever gonna fill his boots? Like,
Mm.
like the more like biology, zoology field.
And also, it's kind of a damning insight into how much the world has changed over the last century.
Mm, it's
In the sense of, like, the the big great people we see that the world mourns for when they go are usually the likes of entertainment, like actors and prominent voices, and not the big prominent scientists and such.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, just to using like again Ken Dodd as an example, did so much work for like charity and entertainment, and added a lot to like British culture. Just last year, he got his knighthood, like because of his contributions to that. And it's just like that's a hard thing to get. That's not something that just gets handed out willy nilly.
Well, to counter the whole pop culture argument, I think this is just my personal opinion, but when it comes to particular, well, quote unquote pop culture icons, if Samantha Bee just keeled over and died like in the next 2 hours, I would not care because Samantha Bee just she comes off as pretentious to me. She comes off as somebody that's not fucking funny, doesn't deserve her own show and that kind of stuff. I don't wish death upon her, but if she did die, it wouldn't faze me at all. It would not faze me at all.
Don't get wrong. Go ahead. Yeah.
What I'm trying to say here is that um the I am blanking the fuck out because I am reading what people in this fleet are getting from their fucking loot boxes. And I'm sorry.
Then stop blanking fuck out. Pay attention to the show.
But I think it's really just a matter of pop culture icons that are significant in the world, that are trying to spread a message, that are trying to do the right thing. People like Freddie Mercury, say what you want about him, but Michael Jackson, and of course, more recently, David Bowie.
Yeah.
Musicians in particular, actors. I'm pretty sure Patrick Stewart died. A lot of people would be up in arms about that, or upset about that at the very least, because of his influence as an actor and as a person. Like, it's not necessarily just pop culture, it's also humanitarians as well.
Oh yeah, it's definitely that. This is the thing, going back to what you said, like like someone like keeling over, like passing away, and you not caring. It just got me thinking, like, okay, the celebrities that were like really become a lot bigger in, say, out like the last 10 or 15 years, maybe 20 at a stretch. Just thinking of them as like, if any of them passed away, who would I really care about if that happened? And there's not that many. The ones I would care about is, like you said, like Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen, no, Sir David like Attenborough, like people like that. It's like I would be in tears, like when they go. But more recent celebrities, and I hate to use him as an example, but he would get fucking bawling eyes if when he does eventually pass away. Yes, Justin fucking Bieber. If he like passed away like tomorrow, there'd be a ton of people crying over him. But I bet a lot of the world would be like, we don't give a shit. We're glad he's gone. It's just because he is. I'm sorry, he is popular. He has a massive following. He is a massive celebrity. But the majority of the world don't give a shit. It's just no one has the popularity anywhere near. Let's say the likes of, let's say, Stephen Hawking, David Attenborough. No one has that massive following anymore. In recent years, it just hasn't happened. And I'm going to be honest here. I think I know one reason for that, and it is the change in technology. where people can get their entertainment from the internet, from YouTube, from Twitch, everything like that. Because these people were mentioning, their stage was TV. Like, that's how they made their fame, is movies, like TV programs, everything like that. Obviously, not
And the
like,
world's changing.
yeah, the world is changing. So people now get their entertainment and shows from offline. But it does mean that the popularity and the fame is not going to be spread to as many people. And other people are looking at other avenues to earn a living, basically. So there isn't as much focus on the things that they do, which is really upsetting, because if someone could actually come along, pick up Stephen Hawking's mantle, and do the work he did to pretty much the same level, that'd be amazing. Like, I would honestly love to see someone do that, but I just don't think there's anyone who really can.
It's like the closest we have would be someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. Again, I'm not fully au fait with the names, but I do recognize that one.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is a younger
Astrophysicist, I believe.
He's an astrophysicist, yeah. So he actually is like in the ballpark to be able to do stuff that Stephen Hawking had the capability to do.
Yeah.
Because like I was one of those people. I loved and was actually decently good at science through school. I'm still kind of kicking myself even 10 years after graduating from. God, I feel old.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, surprise! We've almost known each other 10 years as well.
I know.
You fucking people and your fucking graduations and degrees, and here I am only having done 3 years of college and graduated high school.
I think
I got 1 year of the equivalent of US's college, and I didn't even get through that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you watch someone get murdered, it fucks with your head.
Ooh, wait, what? There's something to a dark turn. Hang on.
It's all right. It's all right if it's a dark turn and all that kind of stuff. I've gotten over it. It's just taken a bit.
Still, that was a fucking bomb to suddenly drop in the stream. Hello.
Yeah, just
yeah.
jeez.
Basically, I lived right next to the fucking ghetto, so it's not uncommon that someone would get shot in the weekend. When people are doing parties, and then someone wants to be like, all big and bad, so he breaks out his hand cannon and that kind of stuff. I just so happened to be looking out the window of my apartment, and then, oh, look, his head exploded. I'm moving out.
Yeah. Adding in the chat, don't worry, I've done 1 year of college and I have barely any qualifications.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but hon, you're actually starting to like pass all your assignments, so.
I'm getting to the point where I can actually get back into school now that I have a job that will be able to pay for it.
Yeah, which is always good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, basically. But
yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, my point was, I'm still kicking myself for going for IT instead of science in the later part of high school.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, though, you would just have to take IT to some degree because, again, the way the world's changed.
Oh yeah, but because one of the big things was because I dropped physics for IT.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't have done that because I went with chemistry instead of physics, and I couldn't. And chemistry was hard as shit.
Oh, physics is so much more fun. I know from experience.
Oh yeah, I should have stuck with physics instead of chemistry, basically. So I should have done IT, physics, and that, because physics absolutely freaking fascinates me.
Well, in a way, it fascinates like the three of us, because look at games that we all play and what we all love. Space.
Stellaris. I want to start up.
Space. Why the fuck do you not like space engineers? That's physics based.
I
like space engineers.
I don't know. Okay, I generally don't know.
Kiv, you're the kind of person that would fucking love space engineers, but you hate it, and I'm still, for the life of me, do not know why. Shock will play it, Tom will play it, you won't fucking play it. God damn.
Okay. I promise at some point I'll give it a go from somebody's Steam again.
All right.
I promise. Okay.
All right.
Calm your
Yeah,
fucking
and
tits.
so between Stellaris, space engineers, I plan on starting up my Twitch and streaming Kerbal Space Program now that DLC packs come out for it.
Oh,
Shameless plug for my Twitch.
Yeah, shameless plug.
I mean,
But quickly going back, because we usually talk about games at the end, so let's save all the chit chatter for then. Because we've
Yeah.
really derailed way off the topic here. But yeah, the loss of 3 great lives this week. Obviously, the biggest one being Stephen Hawking. That brilliant man will forever be remembered. And if you bear with me a moment, there is a great quote which I sent to Arding, which I quickly want to read out. Where is it? Shed media. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and about what makes the universe exist. Be curious, and however difficult life may seem, there's always something you can do and succeed at it. It matters that you don't just give up. Brilliant quote from the man himself, and those are words to damn well live by.
Oh yeah. And I think that's what makes his passing all the sadder is a guy like that is basically irreplaceable.
Yeah, but he will be remembered and loved, and in a way he will live on.
It's like we'll never have a mind like his again.
At least not anytime soon.
Not in our lifetime.
No. But yeah, that's my first topic. Again, wanted to get that elephant out the way. But yeah, Jero, over to you. I don't know how we're going to follow on that, but over to you.
I'm going from science to I'm going from science to science. Let's see here. So, I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with it, but NASA recently did. I don't know if I can really call it an experiment. Well, actually, I might be able to call it an experiment. I don't fucking know. Basically, they had a group of astronauts go up to the International Space Station to stay up there for an entire year. And it's the first time that an astronaut has gone up there for that amount of time. And one of the things that they were looking for is, does the genetic code change while you're in space? Because you're subjected
I think I heard of this.
Yeah, you're subjected to different kinds of radiation and that kind of stuff. Interestingly enough, astronaut Scott Kelly, what's interesting is I actually have met this man before. Is that several stories this week have said that the DNA of NASA astronaut Scott Kelly changed during his year living on the International Space Station. They say that 7% of his genes did not return back to normal when he came back to Earth. So the thing about that is that's not technically true. And the mistake stems from, I'm reading this almost verbatim from this article on The Verge.
Link, please.
I don't have the stream open. I'll just send it to you. And then...
Yeah, just send it to me, then I can send it in stream.
Okay.
I don't have the stream out either.
Mistake stems from an inaccurate interpretation of NASA's ongoing twin study, because Scott Kelly has another twin. What is his name? I can't remember for the life of me. Where the hell is he? Mark Kelly. And they're identical twins. And oh Jesus Christ, they are identical twins. The only difference is one of them has a mustache. Anyway. But basically, Scott Kelly had gone into space in 2015. His identical twin Mark stayed on the ground. The idea was that Mark would serve as a control subject, and nearly identical genetic copy that NASA could use to figure out how the space environment changed Scott's body. Fascinating results have come out of the experiment. For one thing, Scott's gut bacteria changed significantly while he was in space, probably due to dietary changes. And yes, he did experience genetic changes. The protective caps on the ends of his DNA strands, known as telomeres, increased while in space. I have no idea what the fuck that means. But space didn't permanently alter 7% of his DNA. A person's DNA is their genetic code, the pattern and sequence of yada, yada, yada. We all get this. We should at least get this. It's something we're told in like middle school. When a person's DNA is altered, that means the pattern of the genes in their body cells have been rearranged in some way. Perhaps some genes swap with another, parts of the genetic code are removed, or new parts are added to a DNA sequence. External forces like ultraviolet radiation from the sun or smoke from cigarettes can cause DNA mutations. Basically, meaning like if you're subjected to Chernobyl, you grow a third arm. That's what people would assume a gene mutation or DNA mutation is,
Mm.
even though you can't actually grow a third arm. You might get cancer though.
Yeah. But your body's taking in crap that it's not used to
Okay.
dealing with. So it's just like blah 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 blah.
So the twin study did find that Scott and Mark had hundreds of unique mutations in their genome, and some of these changes were found after Scott got back to Earth, according to NASA. Bits of DNA were found circulating freely in his blood. The space agency thinks that this may have been caused by the stresses of space travel or could have happened before he went into space. NASA just didn't catch it until later. Even so, mutations in DNA aren't that weird. Mutations occur all the time as people get older. So, what this boils down to is that the 7% of gene I found the exact part of it. What's causing the ruckus though is that NASA found a shift in the way Scott's genes were expressed. That's an entirely different thing than seeing a change in a person's DNA structure.
Mhm.
The gene expression refers to how active a particular piece of DNA is. DNA produces tiny little messengers of information known as mRNA, which cells use to make proteins that carry out all of your body's functions. Like, for instance, your bone marrow creating blood, all of that good, or your stomach digesting food, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Gene expression refers to how much mRNA a gene produces. So the DNA stays the same. It's just behaving differently. Basically, because 7% of his gene expression has changed, that led to a lot of news agencies saying, oh, that means 7% of his DNA changed. No. That doesn't mean his DNA changed. That just means it's saying something different
Yeah.
at that time.
It's
So-
learned to deal with something completely different from being exposed to it for so long. It's adapted to suit the environment he's in, pretty much.
Yeah, so Scott's eyes didn't change color. He didn't grow a third arm. His penis didn't turn into a knob. Like an actual doorknob. I'm sorry. I just realized.
Yeah.
Realized that before.
You idiot.
I'm sorry, I'm not British. But point being, he didn't actually change at all. There was just a few different things of his body adapting to life in space, and it probably changed immediately back when he got on the ground, or most likely after like a period of time.
Yeah, like a couple of weeks or something like that.
Mhm.
No, that's
Eh.
it's kind of cool though. Like, it was something worth looking into. Like, does this actually change the body? Well, no, it doesn't. Okay. Pretty much the
Well, I
Yeah,
want to say
basically,
I want to say the biggest reason
In-
why it doesn't. Go ahead, Tom.
yeah. In layman's terms, basically what happened to. Which one was it? Which one was the one who was up in space?
just whatever with the guy up in space.
Yeah, it's just, basically what happened was his DNA didn't change. How his DNA behaved in response to his environment changed.
Yeah, which is completely different. But hey, news stories, they'll take
And
a
it's
story
what-
and fuck it up.
And it's what happens to every astronaut that goes up. Like they point out the
Your brain's
like they
dead
pointed
things.
out that we've always known when astronauts go up into space, their bones almost in a way decay.
Well, their bone density shrinks because the bones are used less.
Yeah.
They aren't.
They
are
their
being
bodies
broken
responding to
down.
the environment.
Well, what I was trying to say is their bones are breaking down because they're not, they're not being forced to regenerate because,
Sorry.
oh jeez, what did I miss?
Note Fox in the Twitch chat. A good furry talk show? Now I've really seen everything.
As I was saying,
Don't make me laugh. I have other people in the house, and it's 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Oh,
boy. As I was saying, the reason why the bone density decreases is because there's no need for it on a consistent basis. When you stand up, your bones fall apart but put themselves back together stronger the next day. So they're considerably weaker than they normally would be because there's no force being exerted on them constantly like gravity is. Even though there technically still is gravity in space, it's just, you're kind of
It's
you're
microgravity.
falling with this. Not even that, you're falling with the station at the same time. That's pretty much
It's what they
the
call
end-all,
it's
be-all
what
of it.
it's what they call microgravity in scientific terms.
But like I
It
said,
doesn't necessarily mean that it's scientifically correct. It's just, hey, we're gonna give it a term because why the fuck not? People are gonna be confused with gravity and anti-gravity. Fuck everything.
yeah. Well, people will get confused over it, but again, interesting, I think, to look into. Just didn't happen. I mean, if it was more longer term exposure, like something may start happening.
Well, I
But
mean, if they replace the lead-laced windows on the station with something that isn't lead-laced, they will probably come back with changed DNA because of exposure to radiation. But because of how much is put into protection
yeah,
from the sun and from other spaceborne particles and that kind of stuff, you're not going to see that.
yeah,
Because if they take the lead lacing their windows out, those astronauts are probably going to come back dead.
Oh, they're not going to come back at all if they're dead.
Yeah.
no, the station will fall apart.
The
They'll
point's
fall
still
to
the
earth and
same.
burn up. There'll be ashes everywhere. So they'll be back just all over the planet.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll just be in this. Or maybe they'll just be a giant mass of tumors.
Tasty.
Yeah, no, it's like there's reasons they protect people from the radiation that's up there, is because that radiation is powerful as shit.
Agreed. But again, interesting story. I say it needs to be looked into more. But we'll see what happens.
And they will. I mean, look at it this way: they've got NASA's still going for that Mars program, so we're definitely going to see the effects of years of spaceflight on a person from that.
Oh yeah, true. Now, unfortunately, I hate to do this, but I've got to get political.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
great.
So, again, I don't know how much of, well, you guys probably might have heard of this, bullshit, because it kind of fucking affect the world. So, basically what happened over in the UK recently is an ex-Russian spy was living out his days, and he wound up dead due to what seems to be literal nerve gas poisoning, which, from what I can tell, has been traced back
I heard of
to
it.
Moscow and Putin himself. And this is just throwing up a fucking shitstorm, basically. Well, attempted murder, so he wasn't actually killed, but he was near killed. So,
Well, they're in critical condition. There's
Yeah.
still no telling if they're actually going to survive the nerve
Yeah.
agents.
so BBC News, what we know so far. So, the British government is expelling all the Russian diplomats after Moscow refused to explain how the nerve agent was used against former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his 33-year-old daughter. The Russian foreign minister said his government will also expel the British diplomats, and we've got a short timeline. So he flew to London's Heathrow Airport from Russia at 14:40 on March the 3rd. Arrived in Sainsbury upper car park. They went for a meal, and then they came outside of from having the meal, and they just sort of started collapsing and having the eyes rolling, choking, basically. It was
Yeah,
pretty much a
fear.
nerve agent going off, and it's been traced back to Moscow directly and into Putin's hands. So it's the British are well, your diplomats can fuck off because you're not responding to these outbursts properly, and Moscow's fine, we'll just do the same. But pretty much America, France, Germany are all backing what Britain's doing. It's just no, Russia's clearly got something wrong here. If they've got nerve gas and it's happened to leak out, even if it's not the actual government killing off their old spies, but someone who really doesn't like the UK has got a hold of this nerve gas and can spread it around. What the fuck?
No, it's
Yeah. So it brings the question: one, why does Moscow have this nerve gas? And two, why the
Well,
fuck
is
isn't
it
it better
nerve gas,
contained?
or was it something put in their food?
Well, they're saying it's like a nerve gas poisoning. That's the thing. I'll say
Because all I heard was nerve agent.
nerve agent.
Yeah, I don't-
Okay, nerve agent. Sorry, yeah, I do apologize. That's my terrible wording there. I'll
Because
retract this.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
if it's a nerve gas, people will be fucking evacuating.
Right, sorry.
Oh
So
yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
some
you would
kind
have
of
to like fucking run,
right, I've
run as fast as possible.
right. There's the links in your Discord, and there's the links, the link in the Twitch chat as well.
The links? I didn't know we had links in this show.
Fuck off. But no, that's pretty much like the news so far, and it's got links to like other articles and everything like that. Well, but it's really like turned into like a political shitstorm. Like I've like chuckled over the last couple of years, like all like the jokes and the memes and everything around Putin and all that, and all of a sudden they're now not funny in the slightest. It's like, no, this has actually got me kind of terrified. Like, Russia has a nerve agent somewhere, and whether it be the government or some freelancer guy, I don't fucking know, has gotten their hands on it and they've used it. Granted, on their own people, but even still, that person was living the retirement in the UK. Like, they'd come here to the UK to live, I believe.
Well, I mean, he was charged with I don't know if it was charged with espionage or treason, but point is, he was charged with a pretty bad crime to the Russian people. Like, it makes sense that they will pursue this action, but at the same time, to basically commit espionage within London, that's a little fucking dangerous. Like, basically,
that's not even espionage. That's
the,
outright assassination.
it's
Oh, yeah, that's-
assassination of somebody that was basically should have gotten the death penalty if they came back to Russia. The thing is, I understand why Russia is trying to kill a double agent for leaking information about their own intelligence,
Yeah,
about their own intelligence agency.
but you don't
That
just
makes
go.
sense to me. But at the same time, what was their intelligence agency doing in London to begin with? Why did they decide to attack them within London with a nerve agent that could have spread to other people instead of just like
Thing is that
quietly making them go away?
I think it did.
and-
I think it hit other people.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure. Let me just pull it up.
one of the police officers who attended the incident is in hospital and remains in a serious condition over it.
Yeah, investigators have identified 131 people who have potentially been in contact with the nerve agent. None have shown any symptoms.
Also, I believe what makes this so serious also is this is technically a bioweapon attack, which is a violation of the Geneva Convention.
Well, yeah. Again, that's why pretty much the rest of the world, or the rest of the major powers of the world, have kicked up and gone, whoa, 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 what the fuck? Why is this in existence? Why do you have it? Why is it
Well,
just
is it a
been used?
biological weapon or is it a chemical weapon?
A nerve agent?
Both.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Chemical weapons are also banned. Because mustard gas. Why not?
Yeah.
Either way, it's under the same rules. They've like basically if the Russian government did authorize this, and I'm saying if because we don't know the exact facts.
This is the
of that
thing.
yet.
They're being very like defensive about it, which again I can
Oh,
guess
yeah.
I can understand, but it doesn't look good on them because
It's too
to
much of a
me
coincidence.
to me it just looks like they're just trying to cover it up. Like yeah, they're the ones that did it, but they don't want to say it or deny it.
But because if they did, that's a very serious. That's a serious violation of some very serious international laws.
Yeah,
That's even going to put a strain on their relationships with China.
I mean. One of this because I was just like in my tea and like there was like quickly like a speech from one of the people and it wasn't giving out a lot of information and he did state he's getting sick of just constantly talking about this, which okay I guess I can understand if you're constantly being hounded about the same subject when okay for all we know let's just say the Russian government hasn't authorized this and it was just a radical acting out on their own. For all we know Russia might be trying to like sort stuff out, but everyone's just instantly painted them as the bad guys. So it's like, well, fuck it then. We'll just go on the defensive That's another
Well, who
possibility.
the fuck else other than the country that decided to go ahead and dope up their Olympic athletes twice, even after they were caught there with the first time?
Mm. Well, this is the thing. Apparently, a lot of people in Britain are boycotting the Olympic Games in Russia as well.
They're doing it. They're getting him again.
No. They're boycotting it, as in saying, don't let it happen. Don't give Russia the Olympics. Which means if that did go ahead, it would probably come back to London or Brazil. Probably London.
Yeah, I mean,
No
hey,
offense,
America
Brazilians.
hasn't had a turn in a while.
I mean, I'd say we could take it, but I don't think we can afford it.
Not at such short notice.
Because I think we've got the Commonwealth Games coming to the Gold Coast this year.
Mm.
Is it this year? Or is this year an Olympics year?
Well, this year's the World Cup for the UK, so it's not Olympics.
Right, so it's going to be Commonwealth Games. So we've got the Commonwealth Games in.
Also, and I did hear that apparently London's not letting its dignitary go to the World Cup hosted in Russia this year.
I can't remember hearing anything about that. But again, after this, it would not surprise me. Oh, hang on,
So-
hang on. Toby's just piped up. Important to note that the nerve agent was apparently a military weapon, and the Russian found dead in his home was just been ruled a murder. Has just been ruled a murder. So a military weapon and a murder.
So here's the deal when it comes to identifying what the nerve agent is. So the reason why London is saying that it was the Russians is because the nerve agent was something that was developed in the Cold War, something I'm guessing was developed by the KGB
Mm.
for different assassination uses and that kind of stuff. This nerve agent is very specific in nature. Like it has a specific signature and all of that good stuff. I don't know all the details. I can't even remember the name of it, but it is like specific to Cold War era Russia.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, Russia has said that they need a sample of it in order to confirm that it is said nerve agent. And from what I have heard, apparently London has not sent them the agent. But then again, why would they at this rate?
Why would they? But again, this is what I'm saying. Because again, from what I'm seeing, a lot of the politics, a lot of the companies are instantly Russia as the immediate bad guys. It's the Russian government. We don't know that. Everyone was so quick to jump on that bandwagon. For all we know, it could have just been a rogue element, and they are trying to fix it. But because they're being treated by the bad guys, they're going on defense. If they're generally saying, look, we want to test this sample to see if it is this nerve agent, I'm sorry, give them a small fucking sample so they can see if it is or not.
Well, the other question is, why not give it to a third party? Because here's the thing. If they, at the rate we're going with the amount of mistrust towards countries in this rate,
Mm.
if you give them a sample and they actually did use it for malicious purposes, what is keeping them from taking that sample and replicating it over and over again? Or if they didn't actually make this and they just want the sample just for research purposes for making a better weapon, who's going to stop them?
True.
Like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories to really think about with this, but at the same time, they're conspiracy theories, and the fuck are we going to do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. This thing, there's so many multiple angles of this. It's just a head fuck, but it is a political nightmare. But as I said, we don't know the full details. I can see why people are saying, oh, it's Russia being bad, blah blah blah. But at the same time, it could not. It could just be that rogue element. Russia wants to try and sort it, but the rest of the world is just painting them as the bad guy. Entirely possible, but we don't know.
Honestly, it's too much of a coincidence, in my opinion.
Fair enough, but I don't want to get a big massive hoo about it. I just want to bring it up because, holy shit, basically, like,
It's a very serious incident.
it's a worldwide incident. That's major.
I'll be right back. I need to run to the restroom.
Oh, for God's sake, fuck you! It's your topic next as well. Damn dogs. Being a tiger's better. Sorry, Toby. Sorry, Harding. Ay. God, I just.
It's so bizarre that in all the Australian Telegram Discord chats and whatever,
Mm?
there's a disproportionate amount of dragons.
Why?
I don't know.
So many dragons. Well, there's you,
Lots of dergs.
Remy, and God knows how many others I've seen.
There's like 5 others in the Ozverse chat, and there's only like about 30 people in that chat too. Let me have a look. 46 members.
Only 5 Durgs? Could be worse.
5 dergs that are active, and we're talking about there's only like 10 people in that chat that are active daily.
Ah,
I
right.
leave. I'm back.
It's time for your
Yay.
next story.
Yeah. The fuck? I am. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, I'm currently playing Star Trek Online, and I seem to be stuck inside of a star. Like, I actually cannot leave the physical boundaries. of it.
Transwarp.
Yeah, may as well. Okay. Right.
Oh!
Where are we?
Sorry, just quick on the last topic, just quickly loading up my next article. Side story, Russian MP Vitaly Minov compares UK to Hitler in response to Salisbury poisoning.
Okay, yeah, someone in the Russian government is involved in that. That is way too much of an overreaction.
Well, to be fair, it's
Or
just
it might
one.
be-
It's just one MP guy. It's not like a branch of the government. It's just one guy saying the UK is Hitler.
But that kind of overreaction is telling me that they're all scrambling to.
Or
they're
maybe
all
they're being
scrambling offensive.
or maybe they're
Someone there
being
is involved
opportunistic.
and they know about it.
Or maybe somebody's being opportunistic to try and discredit them.
Toby's piping up again, saying there's also apparently a chemist who previously worked on the Novichok chemical for 30 years and has even said he wouldn't know how to weaponize it. So, yeah.
In more civilian matters, stuff that we
Yeah,
actually
let's get
deal
this
with.
topic now. I think we've talked it to the ground.
Yeah.
So this is just another warning. Just a warning. This is another bad topic, but it's not to the extent of the last one. Instead of political espionage and assassinations and people, freaking out about a potential World War III, this is actually linked back to 2 things that we're dealing with in America.
Don't forget links,
One.
please.
One is complete fucking total racism.
Oh,
And the
boy.
other one is a mass shooting. This is actually the sister of. We're not going to mention the name, but the name is in the New York Times. Do you remember the kid that shot up a predominantly black church in South Carolina?
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing that sparked up the debate about the Confederate flag. That person's sister made a fucking stupid Snapchat post. Let me see here. It says, "This is so disgusting. You're walking out for the allowed time of 17 minutes. They are letting you do this. Nothing is going to change. What the fuck do you think it's going to do? I hope it's a trap and y'all get shot. We know it's fixing to be nothing but black people walking out anyway. No offense, OFC, but... No offense? No offense, that's nothing but... I'm sorry. You can't just say no offense and have that immediately not be racist.
Yeah.
You're a fucking stupid garbage person, as Philip DeFranco said.
Let me put it this way:
That
If-
Snapchat
if-
post.
if you're following up "no offense"
Wait,
immediately
wait,
with "but,"
Wait,
you're
I'm not
being
done.
offensive.
I'm not done. It gets better. She's a stupid garbage person for putting this on Snapchat. She's a stupid garbage person for also, on the day of the walkout, bringing a knife and marijuana to school.
Jesus.
The apple does not fall far from the other apples of the tree of sorts. I want to know what the fuck their parents are thinking. Did we just raise a bunch of mass murders, or are they actually like doing this? Are they actually doing this? Does this family need to be exterminated? Can we do that?
I
Is
think
that
this family
possible?
needs to be exterminated. Like, just
Ugh.
get rid of them. Just no, go away.
This is not war. This is pest control.
Yeah, this is Darwinism. This is karma. This is whatever you want to call it. This is just getting rid of fucking idiots. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, when she was caught, she was actually charged with bringing drugs and weapons to school, and has since been arrested. So
Good.
yeah, this bitch does not have a future anymore, and I'm
Yeah.
happy about that.
Thank God.
Her brother's sentenced to death, and she's already got a felony.
Yeah. And how old is she?
18. She can be charged as an adult.
Yep.
What's the limit over there for being charged as an adult? Like, how old do you have to be before that can start happening?
It depends on the severity of the crime, but
Yeah.
typically most of the time you'll be charged as an adult when you're 17 or 18. 16 is rare, but it does happen. Sometimes when there's like absolute severity, like this kid is fucking crazy, you can get charged as an adult as young as 13. So there
Can we
is,
have
like,
that over here? I've had 18 and 19-year-olds who are charged in juvenile court for some very serious shit too.
Oh yeah, you were
Yeah,
mentioning this to me.
It depends on how it's pushed. So
Anyway, we'll let you continue with that, and then we can talk about my country's issues.
Yeah.
after this.
Thankfully, that was actually the extent of the article, and somebody made Iron Man in fucking Star Trek Online. I need to get a screen cap of this. Except I don't have Gyazo installed. God damn it.
Anyway, moving over to Australia's problems with like crimes and younger kids.
Oh, well, it's not Australia specifically. It's actually pretty specific to my home state.
Right.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, my home state basically just has a ridiculous problem with crime and with the justice system in particular.
Right.
Because, like, long story short, we have a justice system that's soft as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get people up for aggravated burglaries, carjackings, and such. So, assault, threat of murder, and so on. They'll never see the inside of a jail cell.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this the other day as well. It's even like it's specifically worse for like younger like kids as well, like people like in high school and stuff like that. If I remember,
one of the big things is it's youth gang crimes have been on the up. Like gangs of people at like 16, 17-year-olds going around carjacking, invading homes with the people still inside, stealing keys and valuables and fleeing in stolen cars.
Yeah, well, even
whole gangs of them. When they're inevitably caught, which takes a while because the police system is A, vastly underfunded, B, vastly understaffed, and C, completely hampered by just miles and miles of red tape and protocols.
Mm-hmm.
The justice system turns around, listens to every last little sob story every one of these idiots has, and lets them go with a warning effectively. And they go out and do it again, and the cycle repeats over and over and over.
Yeah, you even mentioned to me the one story where there was like two girls that got caught with actual poison to kill someone else. They admitted it was for killing, and they got let go because, well, if they go to prison, it's going to harm their education.
No, you're combining two separate stories there. But
all right,
no, what happened was because this incident actually never ended up getting to the police.
Oh Jesus!
Because what happened was, the school found out that two girls were planning to effectively assassinate a third student by poisoning her food or something.
Mm-hmm.
They searched these girls' lockers and actually found the poison.
Right.
Like they found the chemicals they found the chemicals they were going to use, and when confronted, the girls outright admitted they were out with the intent to kill this third girl.
Jesus.
The principal of the schools just summarily expelled them.
Yes, of course.
The state's Department of Education overturned those expulsions,
Oh,
sent them back to school. The intended victim has been forced to flee the school in fear for her life and put out a restraining order against those two because the school is now effectively has their hands tied behind their backs. They're not allowed to do anything about it anymore.
Yeah, that's fucked. Is
it's
a
backwards
very
in so many
light
ways.
way of putting it.
There was a second incident. I can't remember the exact details. I think there was one kid who was caught with a knife in his locker and had been making the allusions to the possibility that he was going to make mass knife attacks, and you can't do mass shootings here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that you can't, but it's much harder to do. So a mass stabbing is much easier.
Yeah.
Again, student was summarily expelled for what they intended on doing. Department of Education overturned that expulsion as well. The principal who expelled that student quit.
I don't blame him.
Good
He
for
outright
him.
turned and resigned and pointed out with a lot of disgust that when the Department of Education overrides his authority, he no longer has authority in his own school. Why will his students or even his own staff ever listen to him if the Department of Education is going to just override his authority like that?
Yeah, they don't
You know what
even
that
think about
reminds
it.
me of?
No
You know what that
student
reminds
will
me of?
ever listen to his authority again, basically. So he just resigned in absolute disgust.
Maybe.
You know what that reminds me of?
Hmm?
The absolute mistake, the second biggest one from the Bush administration, known as the No Child Left Behind Act, where
Mhm.
basically it's like, schools are forced to use any resources whatsoever just to make a kid pass a test, even to the point of making the test less difficult. It's stupid. It has nothing to do with education. It has
we have a
something to do
similar
with how
thing here.
it's something. It has something to do with how the school looks on paper. It's fucking stupid. I don't care if you have to expel a student. They just tried to kill somebody. They don't deserve schooling. They deserve a fucking mental health clinic.
Yeah.
No, because what it is it's all things like that do. They're after one thing, and it's not education of the children. They're after statistics.
Oh yeah.
The government wants their schools to look good, so they want to see high retention rates of students. They want to see high pass rates of students. So they appeal to the lowest common denominator.
But the thing is, it's a stupid, fucked up system. I remember reading a story not long ago because
Oh yeah,
it popped up just purely out of just like randomness, and I clicked on it because I was genuinely interested in reading it. I'm like, okay, what's going on? It was basically a mother completely bitching the fuck out of the school her daughter went to, because what was happening is their daughter, who was I think only like 9 or 10 or something like that, was starting to have heart issues, waking up in the middle of the night with like cold sweats and panic attacks and all this, because every single day after, what was it, like 6-7 hours of school like America has for the kids, something like that,
Huh.
she had an
I think it's different,
additional
actually.
2 to 3 hours of homework to do every single night. And this kid was getting mortified and having meltdowns from not being able to keep up with the work. And the mother just bitched out the school and said, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Why the fuck are you doing this? Is my child
that's
not
pretty
allowed?
much
Is my child
Wait,
not
wait, wait,
allowed
wait,
to
wait,
be
wait.
a child?"
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. An additional 2 to 3 hours of work after school.
Yeah.
Daily.
Just after. That's fucking light. I'm sorry, but I
I was going to say that's pretty much
5 hours of
normal
work at
over here.
college.
That's a norm.
But-
That was a normal
Yeah,
experience.
this
in
is
my
the thing-
school.
That's the
2
thing.
to 3 hours of homework is not bad.
Really?
I mean, I'm not
because-
saying it's right, but it was what I had.
At what
I mean,
age?
Or
from
late.
okay,
from
so they were
basic-
10 years old, right?
She was like 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
about that age. It was about that age onwards.
I want to say eighth grade. It's when the work started piling on. But at the same time, I was doing like AP classes. I was doing advanced stuff because I wanted my diploma to look good.
Even
And I
so,
wanted to get into a college.
even so, my point still stands. That should not be how it is. Like doing all this
No.
work.
I absolutely agree. I'm just saying that that's not a unique case. It's the entirety of the Western education system is like that, and it's
Things the British education system isn't.
kids
That's the
don't get to
thing.
have fun. They
That's
don't
the
have
dumb
time
thing.
to have fun.
Bear in mind, I went to a private boarding school, and we got given. Well, the ruling was for the ones that were still in the school, i.e., me. Every night we were given hour and a half to 2 hours to do our homework, and that was more than enough time, and that included a break in the middle. But from what I'm hearing of this story, it's like Americans is they have a full school day, have to do like 2 to 4 hours of additional homework, and then don't have a time to be a kid. Is basically what was coming across. So the mother eventually just turned around, told the school to fuck off, and if they ever send homework again, she's gonna flip shit because it's actually affecting her child's health. And to be fair, that's where the line needs to be fucking drawn. If something is affecting a child's health, it needs to fuck off.
Oh, it didn't affect me.
But it clearly is affecting this girl, and it's clearly
really-
must be affecting
I really
others.
think the simplest of systems could fix this.
Look at the system. I think what it is in Finland or something like that. Half an hour classes. There's like small breaks between each class. There's no homework, no uniform, and they have the highest pass rates.
I reckon the entirety of the Western education system could be fixed with one simple policy regarding homework.
Don't have it.
Don't have it, except if it's catch up for work that was missed or not done in class.
Yeah, I will agree with that. If it's like it needs to be caught up, that makes sense. Or even better, time after school where the teacher like sits with the people who have missed the class that day and catches them up or some shit like that.
Yeah,
That's
but
makes more
homework
sense.
should not be a part of the set curriculum. Effectively,
No,
all the work that should be done in the classroom.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Let
annual
the kids
person-
be able to separate their work and play environments.
Yeah, a kid should not be working a 40-hour week like their parents. That is basically what it is.
Well, I think all that really boils down to is methodology. Like, the utilization of time in order to teach material and its purpose, as opposed to, okay, memorize all of this shit. Good luck on trying to figure out yourself. We're not going to teach you how to do that.
Yeah,
No, we're just going to teach you this means this, and we're not going to teach you why.
Okay, I mean, the only things I think that really need to be taught in schools is, yes, English and basic maths. I'm sorry, not everybody needs to know fucking trigonometry. If you decide a bit later on in your life that's what you want to learn and study, that's up to you. But we don't need to fucking...
On that point, we're going to fundamentally disagree, because I believe that pretty much anybody can learn up to Calculus 2. It's completely possible to do it. Like,
Okay, there's a certain level to learn, but when it gets like really like almost like engineer level grade stuff, which there are a lot of schools that will teach that as part of the curriculum, that's no, not every kid needs or wants to learn that. And again, I'll even throw the same argument towards the subject of history. Yes, there are subjects that do need to be taught because they're important facts of the world, of the country. But again, using me as a case, literally we were learning nothing but the same fucking parts of World War II for 3 or 4 years straight. And I'm sorry, I don't remember all those facts because it was so boring. I think there's other things that happened in the world. I've learnt more for extra credits, extra history on YouTube than I did in all my years of school.
But yeah, anyway, we've gone off on a massive tangent here.
We really have, but it happens. This happens every show. But this is the biggest tangent we've ever gone off. But point stands.
But yeah, education's fucked, basically.
Yeah, education is fucked, apart from in Finland when they seem to like have it right.
Finland seems to just have all their shit together. Can we all just move there?
Exactly. It's like they've got good internet speeds. They've got like a beautiful country. The education system works. There's good
Wait,
pay.
Their health is off the charts.
Who
Yeah,
are we talking about?
Finland or one of the
Why not Sweden?
or Sweden. Or Sweden works.
Anywhere in Scandinavia, really, I think.
Anywhere in Eastern Europe, by the sound of things, almost.
Northeastern Europe, Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, back to my states. woeful justice thing.
Yeah,
So you have those two
let's finish off your
incidents.
states quickly.
That's a bit different because police never got involved in either of those incidents. They were handled in-house in the school until the education department came in and said, no, you can't expel them.
It's stupid.
Now, here's the real one. This is the one I've told you about. This is the one you kind of got mixed up with the poisoning incident.
Alright.
This is the one that really disgusted me. Because it was... Okay, so setting the scene, big shopping center, like shopping mall, shopping strip, whatever you guys call them.
Yeah.
Police officer on duty, just patrolling the area, catches a teenager shoplifting.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got the kid on the ground in the process of arresting him. So he's down on his knees over the kid, arresting him. Another teen, completely unrelated to the incident, like not a buddy of the other teen. This is just some random teen who's happened to stumble across what's happening. Runs up, soccer kicks the police officer in the head.
Oof.
And obviously is immediately arrested for assaulting an emergency worker.
Yeah.
So like when I say soccer kick, because over there you guys call it football, Kiv.
Mm.
Think kick like the kid was taking a penalty kick,
Oof.
except using the police officer's head instead of a ball.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
That's gonna knock if the cop has not got any headgear.
Which they don't. They have a cap and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that officer went to hospital. The kid was arrested. He was immediately granted bail. I don't know what you call it over there, but it's when a
bail.
person
Yeah,
awaiting
it's bail.
sentencing is allowed back into the public.
Mm-hmm.
Literally 2 days later, he was arrested again for breaching the conditions of that bail. Because he was given bail literally because his mum went around and went with the sob story of, oh, he's a good boy, this is so out of character for him, and the judge was just like, yeah, okay, he can go home until his sentencing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so his bail was revoked. Thankfully, common sense did prevail in the end after he breached bail, and his bail was revoked, and he was held in custody until his charging.
Mhm.
Oh, he's
Unfortunately,
a good boy, I
he was
swear.
sent.
He's kicking police officers in the face.
Oh,
He
wow.
was
I'd use
he
every
was
comfort for that.
sentenced to, I think it was, I can't remember exactly how long. It was like a few months of jail, but it was completely suspended, so he didn't have to actually serve it.
A suspended
was given
sentence
some-
means that if he commits another crime, he does have to serve it.
Over here, it really doesn't mean that. It basically just means because the justice system here never follows up on it.
Ugh.
And he was also given, I think it was some 20 hours of community service.
I guess doesn't have to do it. Or some
Well,
stupid shit.
he is supposed to. Whether they actually keep track of it and follow up on him doing it or chase him up if he doesn't is another matter entirely. But
Yeah. Basically, world's first world moving to Scandinavia.
yeah, so
No.
So
no.
that-
We're
my
just
basic
going to
point there
invade
is
the moon.
apparently, violently assaulting a police officer is still not enough to get you jail time.
If you're a minor.
The excuse the judge made, the kid was 17 and jail would affect his schooling.
Don't give a shit. He's
It's
old
just
enough
like,
to understand what he's doing.
What about everyone else around him who now has to live in fear of him soccer kicking them?
Pretty much.
Like, this is the problem with this state's justice system is the criminals' rights are more important than the victims these days.
It's pathetic. Oof, talk about tangential
Anyway,
topics,
let's move on to
Jesus.
something else, maybe something a bit more lighthearted.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Mhm.
So this is something we can stick our teeth into and fucking rant about. So,
Hello.
this is going to sound a bit crazy for me to mention, but it'll make more sense as I explain it.
Excuse me, did you just skip me?
Oh,
No?
also
Or did you
one
not even
one
get a
one
chance
last
to-
thing I should point out with those three stories before we move on.
Mm?
All of those happened within the last couple of months,
Oh, fuck.
Well done.
and they are just the tip of the iceberg. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, did we skip you? Not, don't think we did.
Were you just talking about the problems with the education system? Is that it? that, or is there
That
something
was a
more to
tangent. That was a tangent all the way
That was
stemming
a
from
tangent
yours.
from my
Alright, alright, then.
my justice system issues because
Alright,
a
then.
couple of them were related to the education system.
Okay, then go for it.
So, again, this is gonna sound like dumb initially speaking about it, but it'll sort of make sense why it's really boiled my fucking blood. When I explain it more. So, Theresa fucking May, the lovely dumb fucking cow bitch that she fucking is, has decided to get rid of free school lunches for the children in the UK. Now, what's boiled my piss about this in particular is the fact that she's went to the group that's come from Northern Ireland, the DUP, who are a bunch of fucking assholes, and pretty much said to them, hey, support me doing this thing, and by the way, you'll be exempt from having to follow it. So she's basically gone to another country, said, vote yes on this thing and it won't affect you, but fuck over the rest of the UK. Which...
Oh, sounds like another thing in my state. Like not as serious, but
yeah,
just as
which is
bullshit. But you keep
basically...
going.
Yeah, which is basically... Okay, this is going to sound like dumb, and Jared, I know you mentioned welcome to how America works. Fair enough, but that's how America works. The UK has never worked on that. We've always had the policy of the kids at school get a free hot lunch, which is being...
Do you want to let me explain first?
Explain? What?
Okay, so here's the thing. If you live in the Americas, then you know that the education system does not pay for your lunch. Never has, never will. Typically, people bring in their lunches. You know, we've had lunch boxes since the fucking 60s or the 40s, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So this is nothing new for us. It's just a way for, you know, parents to be able to either use the food that they have at home to get their kids lunch at school, which cuts costs in general. It seems like a good economic move and all that good stuff, or et cetera, et cetera. You know, you don't need a hot lunch every day. A cold cut sandwich is amazing to some people, and all that good stuff. And I don't personally have a problem with it. It's a good way to cut expenses at the schools. That's totally fine with me. But even then, like, some schools here do offer hot lunches. You just have to pay for them. That's pretty much it. You know, it provides jobs for, you know, the people, the ladies in the cafeteria that are actually making the food.
Yeah.
Now, what I do see about this, and it's the part that he mentioned that Kivuli mentioned it specifically, that pisses him off, is the whole...
Oh, can you let me explain it?
One region... You already did.
Oh, I thought you were going about something else because I haven't finished ranting before you've kicked your ass in.
The one region being exempt from this rule, that region should not be exempt. There is no fucking reason.
But
that
she
one area
did
should
it.
Be able to get that
She
funding.
did it to get them on board to pass the vote. That is the fucking reason for it. And the reason I know you're saying, oh, it's good to have like cold cut sandwiches, use food in the house, blah 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 blah. But this is the thing: the majority of people this affects are the people who are on what's called universal credit. Universal credit over here is a type of job seekers and money allowance when you are not working but are looking for work, and it runs alongside also childcare benefit. I've been on that
So
system.
basically welfare.
It is welfare. I've been on that system. You get fuck all money from that. Like, seriously, you just have enough to live. Like,
In
so
that case, that's like the difference between welfare food stamps in America and the...
oh, you don't
the
get food stamps or
equivalent
anything like that.
welfare
You just get
program.
given X amount every couple of weeks, and you live off that, and have to support your kid. So I'm sorry, the free hot lunch every day for the kid, for a good deal of families, might be the best meal that kid's gonna have every single day of the week until their parent gets a job again. And now this bitch has just come along and is fucking just nah, cut it off. And this is the annoying bastard thing as well. One of the fucking cabinet ministers for the fucking DUP, I'm quoting this here, emerged on Saturday that Minister Michael Gove and ex-Minister Priti Patel have attended 1,500 at-table dinners and fundraisers for the DUP in recent months. So they're going to £1,000 dinners, and they're just like, well, no, school kids, they can't have fucking hot meals. This is what boils me. And the final one, the real one that fucking pissed me off, when did this really start coming to coming to light. I'm going to use that in inverted commas. When did I find out about this? Wednesday. What happened Wednesday? Oh, we only had the death of Stephen Hawking and Jim Bowen, who I mentioned earlier, and when a lot of the shit about Russia was also kicking off. Those three things were on the headline news everywhere. This thing went under the fucking radar. She rushed it and passed this bill and hoped people wouldn't fucking notice. That's what boils my piss.
Well done.
And yeah, that the sad fact is that's pretty much that's modern Western politics for you now.
That's the norm for.
Yeah. Oh, this thing is where. So there's actually a list of children to lose free school meal eligibility. County of Barnet, 10,200 children. Wandsworth, 6,700. Milton Keynes, 5,400. Plymouth, where Corey's based, 3,900. And that's just part of the list. So there are literally tens of hundreds of thousands of kids that are now not going to get a free hot meal at school, and they're going to have to pay for it. Or the parents are now going to have to fork out more money to feed their kid, which, if they're living on universal credit, they do not have. It's fucking disgusting. And I'm tried skimming through this article. I can't find a reason for it at all. And Keenan just pointed out as well, his kids are affected by this. That's made me even more pissed off. It is sick and wrong. I mentioned this before. If your actions are affecting kids' lives, fuck off and die. You deserve to just not exist. Sorry if I seem like I'm getting really riled up, but I want to kill that stupid bitch. Give me a gun. I will go shoot her. I'll serve time in jail. I don't give a fuck. It's so annoying.
The saddest fact of that is, if I was to do something like that with some of our politicians, and trust me, it would be tempting. I might not even see the inside of a cell. The justice system is so messed up here right now.
Yeah, that's a daft thing. Just, I'm getting riled up about it, and the worst thing is, if I fucking end up posting this thing on YouTube, guaranteed some fucker's gonna give this thing back to the government. They're like, oh, he wants to kill Theresa May, lock him up. Well, okay, I'm not actually gonna do it, but by God, thinking about it is a blessing.
Yeah, it's so satisfying. So satisfying to imagine.
Yeah.
I just want to watch.
That's the key there. We know how to differentiate fantasy from reality, people.
Yeah, I've just ranted my ass off there, but God damn it. The worst part is, she wasn't even elected into office initially. That's what pisses me off. David Cameron stepped down and she just suddenly turned up, and then somehow got voted in again. Just fuck's sake.
Can we step away from the political
Yeah,
stuff?
sorry, but I did just want to bring it up because this just highlights how
that's a serious
fucked the politics is. But again,
that's a serious thing.
The one that really pissed me off about that is the fact that she did it, or it was passed, behind the cover of everything else that was going on.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of politicians operate when they have something they know isn't popular. They wait for a big media event to.
Yeah, but I'm sorry,
smokescreen.
To use the death of someone like Stephen Hawking as a fucking smokescreen. Fuck off.
Well, does anyone want to talk about a company losing a shitload of money because of popular celebrities?
If it's a little bit of a lighter-hearted topic and calm me down, go ahead.
If it's meant to be funny.
Oh no, the funny comes after this.
I think it's entertaining.
One second.
It's about.
Ording. Sorry, I won't go to jail. I just want to really, really hit Theresa May. He'd kick my ass if I went to jail. I can't do this now.
It's like would it be so bad if next time she's out in public we just run up and punch her?
We get some jail time, worth it. Anyway, moving on, Jero.
You're putting me in a bad position.
Geez.
So, Snapchat, the app y'all know, is a competitor to Instagram.
Of course.
No shit. They are losing stocks like no one's freaking business. It's crazy. And the reason why is because of I don't think it's solely because of popular culture or pop culture icons or anything like that. It's mainly because of the fact that they've redesigned their app and it looks like ass now. And on top of that, um, people like Caitlyn Jenner and Rihanna have spoken up, and it's brought up a lot of negative press to them. Now, the first thing is that Caitlyn Jenner basically bitched out at them, saying, "Come on, guys, y'all redesign this shit. It looks like crap." You know, the user interface basically just looks like shit, and is halfway unusable and all that good stuff. But Rihanna's thing is a little bit more serious because there was an ad on there on Snapchat that was passed somehow. It was a would you rather app. No, would you rather ad. Would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? And
Oh.
so, and as a victim of domestic assault, this pissed her off to no extent.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Jesus.
and so she put in a big statement about them, basically like, I don't really and it all boiled down to was like, I don't really care about the fact that it was about me, but it's a fact about the fact that it was belittling domestic assault victims
Oh yeah.
and all of that good stuff. And so as a result, Snapchat stocks have plummeted by 10% overall um because of these two issues. It was about 4% after the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing, but I think it was more related to the interface problem. And then, of course, another like 7% because of the debacle with Rihanna. So they're making some pretty fucking terrible PR movements as far as I'm concerned.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, just. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Would You Rather games can be like quite fun, but you don't put stuff like that in. Like, it's weird because it's a lot of things. Like I've just said, I really want to fucking punch Theresa May, which is technically like violence, but it's not domestic violence, which is different. So it's like, ugh. What?
It's not like it's abusing your partner.
No, it's not. But yeah, they shouldn't put that in. If it was something like, would you rather, I don't know, punch a celebrity you don't like, or I don't know, slap your best friend who's being a fucking idiot, some stupid shit like
Would
that.
you rather punch President Trump in the face
Slap Theresa May into the North Sea?
or I was gonna say beat the shit out of Martin Shkreli.
That works. Yeah, but no, the bad moves. Is there an article about this? Throw it up there.
There are too many to count, so that's the reason why I'm not throwing it up
Alright,
there.
so just Google that and you'll find.
Yeah, Google Snapchat stocks and you'll easily find it.
Just tanks. To be fair, they'll probably end up like reverting it, but the damage will probably already be done. Everyone will be on Instagram, and Instagram's bosses will be sitting there going, "Mwah, ha, 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 ha."
Yeah, Instagram is owned by Twitter. They're going to beat this shit. But at the same time, Twitter is like not in the best position right now because they keep banning people left and right because like, oh, they're conservative. Ban him. Ban him.
This is why you keep politics off Twitter.
This is why I just don't identify with any politics at all. This is why I just say I am anti-identitarian. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, just. Ugh. I've just realized how much we've talked about fucking politics in this, and we all hate politics.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to talk about as long as you like.
It's not a bad thing to talk about because it's one of those things of it's a situation that really needs to get its shit together because this is pretty much the entirety of Western civilization that's being fucked over by its own government.
Yeah.
It's like this needs to be fixed.
Pretty much. Right, we do need to actually
Anyway.
crack on because we've been talking about our three subjects for a very long time. So, Joe, shall we start firing up some more lighthearted stuff?
Everybody, we're going to not
The Onion!
We needed an actual announcement about
Yeah,
this. Not
we do.
the Onion is the subreddit on, of course, Reddit that is about stories that are real with the most unrealistic headlines. You see these articles and you'll think that they're completely fake, but unfortunately, it reminds us all that the human race is terrible and that this shit does happen sometimes. So, would you like to start us off?
Yep, and I've got the... Oh, this one's fucking brilliant. I saw this title and I had to go for it. So, this is from Cron 4, the Bay Area's news station. Cop warns residents of men challenging others to rap battles.
What?
Police in Massachusetts town are warning residents to be on the lookout for men challenging passers-by to rap battles. Charlton police told WCVB-TV that a black SUV contained a group of men in their late teens or early 20s pulled up next to three teenage boys Saturday afternoon. One of the men got out of the vehicle and started rapping. The other man then asked the teens if they wanted to spit some bars with them. When the boys declined, the men drove off. Police say it doesn't appear to be attempted abduction, but the boys were frightened. Anyone with information is asked to contact the police. Charlton's website says it's one of the 50 safest cities in Massachusetts.
It makes me so depressed.
Why? Do you live near there? I can't remember.
No. It just reminds me why on earth I don't want to live on this planet.
Oh, come on, that's freaking funny. I'm sorry, if I was just walking along the street and an SUV pulled up and some dude just popped out and started rap battling me, I'd be like, alright, fucking gloves off, let's go.
I mean, I wouldn't, but at the same time, it's funny.
Yeah, you'd probably just like break down and laugh, but me being the extrovert I am, I'd be like, alright, I need to come up with some shit rhymes really, really fast. Oh, where's
So,
Jeremy Dooley when you
Also,
need him?
I'm not a fan of rap in general, so it'd be more just kind of that kind of like I'd just have that what the hell reaction.
Oh, no, am I? But like I said, again, we watched like Achievement Hunter, and the stuff that Jeremy comes out with, that's technically rap, but that's fucking funny. He's my inspiration when it comes to rap.
Story coming out of Kansas City. United Airlines, after killing a dog in the same day, not joking, mistakenly flies Kansas-bound German Shepherd to Japan.
What? How?
Okay, so the whole end-all be-all of this story is that a family was on their way to Kansas with their German Shepherd dog, but United Airlines
This is the point in
accidentally
yesterday's
messed up
broadcast.
the cargo and sent them a Great Dane.
Oh.
Right now, as of this article, both dogs are in fine condition. They are not dead or traumatized, I hope. The German Shepherd is currently on its way back from Japan, and the Great Dane going back to its prospective owner. But this is... I'm sorry, this is so fucking stupid. It's like... How do you do that?
I don't know. I'm just sitting here thinking, how?
Anyway, but that's pretty much it on the story. They got it mixed up. It was silly.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just making sure this is Tom gets this link, and then the Twitch stream gets this link.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh, see you later, Keelan. Thanks for turning up. Oh, right. Where's the one I saw? There it is. I think he's dead. Woman accused of stabbing boyfriend with samurai sword calls 911.
You fucking idiot.
What's this? Send me the link.
I think he's dead. Woman accused of stabbing boyfriend with samurai sword calls 911. So, Camus Washington, Cartoon News obtained 911 call Thursday from Camus woman who said she stabbed her boyfriend with a sword on March the 3rd. Emily Javer is hysterical in the audio recording, but she admitted she stabbed her boyfriend and thought he was dead. She told dispatchers she couldn't go in the room to see if he was still breathing. He's dead. I think he's dead. You need to hurry. She cried to the phone after she identified herself to the dispatcher. They tried to calm her down and asked where she stabbed her boyfriend. Everywhere. The dispatcher suggested to go to the room where her boyfriend, identified as Alex Lovell, was injured. The dispatcher suggests that David put a clean, dry cloth on the wound, but she said she can't go in there. They asked where the knife was, and she replies, I used a sword. You used a sword? They asked in reply. The dispatcher repeatedly asked to try and help him, but she says she can't. When they arrived, he was taken to hospital with serious injuries. So, hang on. She gets the sword, stabs him, freaks the fuck out thinking he's dead, and then calls 911 on herself. What a dumb bitch.
Just what?
Oh my god.
I'm just.
Oh.
I've lost all faith in humanity.
God bless you, America.
Actually, you know what would be a really, really good website to troll through for our funny section?
Oh,
The Not Always Right series of websites.
never heard of them. We'll have a look at it after the stream. Oh,
Oh, trust me.
oh my fucking eyes! I'm crying.
It's like it's one of those things. You will laugh, you will cry, you will gape in horror, and you will lose faith in humanity. But oh my god, it's something funny.
Oh,
This is
wait,
great.
wait, give me the link.
Okay.
To the website.
No, whatever Gerald's phone.
Oh,
Amateur Canadian scientists discovered a new type of northern lights and promptly named it Steve.
I saw that. I was going to read it, then I saw the samurai stabbing.
In Calgary, amateur scientists in Canada have helped researchers discover a new type of northern lights. The glowing ribbon of purple and sometimes green that run east to west in the night sky have been observed and photographed by aurora borealis chasers for years. My involvement is being the goofball who named Steve, said Chris Radsliff, a Calgary photographer who's a co-author of a research paper published Wednesday in the journal Science Advances. Congratulations, sir. You named the aurora borealis.
Steve, fucking Steve. Oh my god.
Absolutely brilliant.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that is brilliant. That's just fucking brilliant. Oh, I'm breathing.
No, you're not.
just Steve.
Steve! Hey look, it's Steve!
Strong thermal emission velocity.
Hey, I'm Steve.
Oh.
That's beautiful. It's science funnies.
I know, I'm just trying to calm myself down. Oh my god, my sides are still hurting. I think I need help. Oof. Honestly, people are just amazing sometimes. Oh, I've just clicked on the new page. I've got to read this one. Right. I want to send you the link. Don't read out what it is. I want to hear your guys' reaction. So, Tom, I'm sending you first. Wait, is that the right one? Yeah. Don't say anything. Just I want to hear your reaction to it.
Alright, so how are we doing this? Because I've got it up, but I'm not looking at it, so we can.
I just want to know your general first thought reaction to the title.
Oh my
Right?
I'm waiting.
I've now sent it to Jero.
What? Are you really that fucking bored?
So, ladies,
Oh God, I just read the rest of it.
ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
the title.
What the?
The title of this news article: New Zealand farmers arrested and taken to court for selling sheep as sex slaves to ISIS.
Peter will have a fucking heyday over this.
A New Zealand sheep farmer was arrested after authorities were warned by CIA and MI6 he was doing business with ISIS militants in Syria. He was sending an intriguing large number of livestock to Syria, destined for locations not controlled by the local government, but presently under the rule of ISIS forces, which alarms CIA and MI6.
That's your biggest priority right now? Really?
I can't.
See, this is the reason why ISIS is known as Goat Fuckers United.
I want to know, is he getting paid for this? Like, what, they send him like a fucking check? Wire bank transfer? It's like, or is just doing it because, like, oh, those ISIS must be getting lonely here, I'll send them some fucking sheep. Oh my god. Oh, I'm having a fucking meltdown over here. Oh my Christ. Oh.
I'm just depressed now.
Oh my god, I've just scrolled down and read it. In a controversial interview last year, Dr. Zakar Naik, a noted Quranic scholar, explained why bestiality is permitted under certain conditions in Islam.
I saw that bit.
A man is still considered pure when he releases his lust with a sheep or a goat. If there is no woman, then there is no true lust or sexual sin. Then the animal becomes tainted, and so it must die. So says the Prophet Muhammad. What the fuck? And people call fairies weird.
Another reason why religion is evil.
Oh my Christ. Oh, what's that? You need to get your dig wet? Well, it's a sin to stick it in your woman. Just go stick it in that sheep over there, then eat it afterwards.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
This is
Odding.
why they invented silicone.
Odding. Why'd you have to go? Enjoy work tomorrow, though. Don't work too hard. Love you. Fuck off.
What?
You take the
Just
piss
saying
out of
off.
me?
No.
It sounded like it.
No, it's just a voice I was making. That's like
Uh.
your voice.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember in Elf with Mr. Narwhal?
Oh.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is that boy.
Alright. Oh, for God's sake. That was the... I needed that after the first section of this. I needed that.
Right, what else we got?
Last one from Jero.
Okay.
What you got from us? Bear in mind, I pulled that from the new page.
Now, I did want to say this one. UK Defense Secretary tells Russia to go away and shut up. That's funny.
That's funny.
But that's
Just
not going to be mine.
it's only the title, so that gets an honorary mention. He actually did say go away and shut up, which I think is fucking brilliant.
Let's here. Jeez.
What? Oh,
Pheasant visits North Norfolk Garden twice a day and bangs head on patio.
wait. Say that again.
A pheasant visits North Norfolk
garden twice a day and bangs head on patio door.
Fuck
I was
it.
from North Norfolk.
Fuck. Give that link. That'll do. We'll take that one. We've got an idiot pheasant. This is fucking brilliant.
Or maybe he's just rocking out hard. At the beginning of the week, the Dealey family began to hear some strange knocks on their patio door. When they went to investigate, they found their garden had become the staging ground for a battle between a strange visitor and its own reflection.
Give me the link to that, Kiv, please.
Twice a day, every day, a pheasant makes its way into the garden belonging to Bristol residents John and Maggie Dealey and begins a head-aching fight with the glass door. It comes up and starts attacking its reflection on the patio door. Okay.
Stupid fucking bird.
I mean, I guess
Sharing
that's
your
where the
bird kid.
expression bird brain comes from. Jesus Christ, I didn't think it was that funny.
It's like the cherry on top of a cake. I'm still trying to recover from the last few stories. This is just like the perfect cherry. Oh. Oh my god, what a fucking idiot bird. Oh, you get the link, Tom? Tom?
Yep.
Well, as John
Yeah, I'm
Oliver
reading it.
says, fuck you, birds!
They're just fucking themselves at this point. They don't need involvement. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, fucking hell. I would love that so much. If I just saw like a fucking pigeon just like bashing its head off my window, I would fucking crease myself. I just wouldn't be able to deal with life. Oh my god.
Well, after that, I believe it's time for our little game corner at the end of the show.
I think I need a fucking drink, huh? Oh, that was too perfect. As I said, it was just like a build up of things. Like we had the layers of cake, the lovely cream in the middle, the tasty icing, and that story was just the cherry, just right in the big fat juicy cherry to finish it off. Oh, amazing, absolutely amazing.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I've calmed down now. I'm alive. I promise. So, game-related news. The first thing I want to talk about, which Tom already knows this because I mentioned it earlier for him because I practically vibrated in chat about it. The game we play, Armello, is due to have another update soon, and there's a lot of cool new things happening with it. The first off is, again, Tom, if you've seen it, there's 2 new amulets coming out. So, in the game, when you select a character, you select bonuses and boosts, and amulets are one of those bonuses and boosts. They increase stats or do something to give you a bonus during the game. I'll quickly look. Actually, no, I can't. I'll quickly look it up. 1 second. Armello new amulets. Where is it?
Yeah, that's not what I can do. Okay, don't die, Kiv.
Alright, I can't freaking find it. My internet's being a bit dumb. But basically, there's a sort of I suppose you could say a good one where if you get what's called a Spirit Stone victory, with 1 member of each different clan, you unlock it and it gives you a boost that way. And the same is for the Rot, which is like the Dark Corrupted route. If you win with that with 4 members, you unlock bonuses for that. Very cool, because I'm a massive Rot player, love playing that style. So another bonus for that is always good stuff for me. The big thing though, that me and Tom have been waiting for them to do this, is the changes to I suppose you could say their version of loot boxes, because it essentially is.
Mm.
At the end of every game, you get a coin flip, and it's either a chest or a key. And obviously, if you have a chest and key, you unlock it, and you can get dice from the current set that are out. And if you have, and there's like 5 different tiers, and you can transmute from like say
Five of a tier to get one of the next tier up.
yeah, so 5 ones make it 2, 5 twos make it 3, etc., etc., so on and so forth. So in order to have like the final tier, you need to have like, I don't know, like 450 tier 1 dice or some crap like that.
Or get really lucky and grab the tier 5 straight out of a chest.
Which can happen, yeah. But the point is,
It can happen, but it's rare.
this like I said,
Yeah.
this has been going for a long while, but they only drop during multiplayer games online, so you have to play with randoms. Now, the issue is, me and Tom have seen people cheating. Like, we have actually seen it happen. Like, people gaining health that there was no way they could have gained, like, movement stuff, insane, stupid luck on rolls. For example, a mage type person has completely beaten a fighter character in a fight. Like, completely beat down.
Like, and wins every time for the whole game.
Yeah, it's just like, once I could understand out of sheer RNG, but not the entire game. So Tom has got to the point of literally uninstalling the game because it wasn't fun. I can grind my teeth enough to keep going and play the game.
I
Now,
used to be able to just grind my teeth and keep going, but I don't have the patience for such things anymore.
yeah, that plus your RNG is a little bit naff. It can be.
Ugh.
But no,
It's like it's like I do love the fact that at this point even you can see that it's just like, no, yeah, you're a really unlucky gamer.
yeah, I've accepted that fact. I've known that for like confirmed the last 6 months. It's just what the fuck. But the big change that's coming in now is they're changing how the drops work. You still get a drop at the end of the game, but it is a guaranteed dice without fail. You just have to finish.
Basically, what they've done is they've removed the coin flip and they've removed the keys. So you only get a chest, and the chest does not need a key to unlock. It just unlocks.
It just unlocks straight away, and you're limited to 3 a day, but you can also get a free one from the in-game shop. Daily as well.
That's one free chest per day that does not count towards the 3 a day limit.
Which is awesome.
Because what it was it used to be you had a limit of 6 drops a day, which was essentially 3 keys, 3 chests, or if you were unlucky, you would always get more one than the other.
Which usually in the game is you have all the boxes, not enough keys. This is why keys are
Yeah,
more expensive in the
I
marketplace.
noticed there seemed to be a much higher chance of a chest than a key.
I mean, Gerald, you should know this yourself. You play CS:GO.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, you drop what, we get Spectrum cases, but do we ever get keys? No, we've got to pay for them. That's almost what Armello was like, but you still have a chance of getting keys. Basically. And the
Or it could be that you just get a shitload of lockboxes in Star Trek Online, but you have to pay for keys.
that's sort of completely different scenario. Let's say the keys have a chance to drop, and the dice are literally like the skins in CS:GO. They're literally there for aesthetic purposes, but by God, some of those aesthetic purposes.
Them aesthetic purposes, though.
But the other thing, which is amazing, is they, from this set onwards, so not previous sets, but this set onwards, you can get those boxes in private games. As in, games played between people on your friends list. So not randoms.
I assume it still has to be that you have to have 4 human players.
This is what I want to test. Is 1, does it have to be 4 human players, or can they be AI? 2, will it still drop if we fuck with the game settings? Because I'm not gonna lie here.
I imagine if you play under house rules, it won't.
Things are okay. I would love a game. Well, drop the dice at the end of it, where we just set it on epic and the king doesn't lose health and just see how we go. I would love that. Like, if we can get people to do it. Just a nice big game of Armello with people we know aren't bullshitting us. That would be amazing. But yeah, it does mean you can play again, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and that
that's
drops in a few days. I think it's
it. Drops on the
21st, was it?
23rd. It drops next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay.
Is it next Friday? Yeah, it's next Friday. Of course, it's next Friday.
Another news.
Yeah, no, I was really upset that I got so mad I had to uninstall the game because Armello is an Australian-made game. I really wanted to support it and the developers, but it was becoming a case that the developers just did not seem interested in dealing with their cheater problem, and they still don't seem to be all that interested in dealing with it. They're just introducing systems to get around it,
Yeah, which is fair enough.
which is a step in the right direction. But in my opinion, it's still not enough. But it's
Well,
a step in the right direction.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, Jero, you were gonna say. Sorry.
For those people that like Star Trek and like playing Star Trek Online, you can get 3D printed models of your ships.
Oh
And
yeah,
the customizations and like the colors and the patterns and all that good stuff.
you mentioned this. Yeah, it looks so cool.
They do look great. The sample models that they have are awesome. There's one catch.
Pricey as fuck.
Yeah, the base price with absolutely no paint on it is $200. A
But-
painted version is $350. However,
Oh, hang on.
there is a way to get around this.
One sec. Oh, no, it's like only free. Hang on, I'm converting this shit. One second. Hold on. Dollars to. One sec. So how is it?
We're talking about like a decent size.
Dude.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's only like 250 British pounds. And that's 450 Australian dollars for something I've got in game. That's a decent size, 3D printed, fully painted, and delivered to my door. If I had the money, I'd fucking do it. That is a good price. I'm sorry. That is a steal.
However, if you are in the position that I am, which I am getting a 3D printer off of Fentic soon,
Ooh.
you won't even have to worry about it because you can just upload the model onto a website and you won't even have to pay for it. You can just take the model and actually do the 3D printing yourself and just paint it on your own, which is probably something that I would do.
I'm a terrible painter. I fucking suck.
Because one of the things I wanted to get 3D printed versions of a couple of the Armello dice.
The Ancient
But there
Gambit,
were
I think we were after.
Yeah, but there were only two options. It was either get them in just plain white plastic that you then had to paint yourself, which would not have ended well, or get them 3D printed in color, but they'd be made out of sandstone and would break at the first sign of any
Rolling.
kind of contact. Like, because we want things we can actually like take to cons or something dressed up as Armello characters and be rolling.
Which would be so cool.
Once I have the 3D printer, and I'm gonna be on Fentic about it because that was part of our deal. Give me the 3D models, or give me at least a visual of it. I'll see what I can do.
Oh.
But yeah, let's see here.
So yeah, Armello's taking steps in the right direction to the point where I might actually go and install it now while we're doing this.
Yeah, go ahead. It means you could probably play it tomorrow morning or something.
Well, no, I won't be playing it until the new update drops.
Well, let's play a private game at least. Like I'm willing to do that. Just chill out and just play a private game. I'm up for it.
Okay, so the details. The details on the 3D printing, very specifically.
Okay.
It's $200 for the base price of a primed ship, meaning it's ready for painting.
Right.
If you want to try and paint your own design on it, paint your own ship.
Okay.
It is $225 for a single color, for instance, gold. If you want it for like a desk model, like any Starship Captain would normally
Oh,
have.
so like the ones we see in First Contact in the glass casing, basically.
Yes. And then there is the $350 collectible, which is basically the premium full-color hand-painted customized ship. Everything to detail with shading.
I'm sorry, that is so worth the cost.
I might just get my parents to get it for me for my birthday. Why not?
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I eventually reach like my tier 6 and actually be able to make the Serenity, yeah, that's happening.
And just as a word of warning, you cannot actually make the Serenity to anybody in here. Pretty sure Kivuli already knows.
Wait, what? Say that again?
You can't. You wouldn't be able to make the ship the Serenity. You'd be able to name it that.
Oh, that's what I mean. Because again, I just use the name because I like the name.
Right.
Again, it comes from like the roleplay me and like Tom have. One of my characters, his ship, that's what it got called, and I like it. So.
And speaking of Star Trek Online, if you could hop on after the stream, I've got another interesting thing to show you.
Which is what? Because I've got Leon and Shire streaming very soon.
Wait, you're on? Are you going to be on both of those?
I can't be on both of them, Christ. I'm probably going to like hop on Leon's for a bit, then hop on Shire's. Not like actually on them.
Oh, just watch. Don't you have 2 screens?
No!
It's it now.
I have one shitty screen I've had for 8 years and a laptop.
Okay.
And trust me, I want a
Anyway,
new screen.
What was I saying?
Because apparently, and this is dumb, I don't know how I didn't use it before. How well like the screen like takes information from your computer can affect your FPS with your VSync and all that shit. That's probably contributing to the reason why I fucking have 100 ping and shit FPS in fucking Call of Duty. Not Call of Duty, CSGO, the other C1.
Anyway,
So yeah, no.
Next topic.
Well, this is games movie section, so whatever you want to talk about games or movie wise.
Do you have anything else?
Can I? Maybe I can just have a very quick little vent,
Yeah, go ahead.
which regards who I'm guessing by this point you guys have both heard of Fortnite Battle Royale,
I heard it, yeah, of course.
which is basically a PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds clone.
Mm-hmm.
The sad fact is, Fortnite was not always like that.
Oh.
Fortnite started as a defensive construction horde defense shooter. Like the idea was you and up to 3 buddies had like a few minutes to build, to gather resources and build a defensive fort around a location, around like a location or a target or something, and your goal was to defend that fort from hordes of zombies when the time ran out.
Yes.
That was the original game. I absolutely adored the concept of it. I put money down for a pre-release package and played it for a while. I have not touched the game since the Battle Royale section started up because everyone moved over to that.
See, this is the thing. I've tried playing PUBG. It's not for me. I get why it's brilliant to play. I understand its popularity. I accept that.
These days I refuse to play competitive multiplayer games like that.
Yeah. It's like it's not for me.
No one's a good sport. No one's a good sport. Everyone, and a lot of the people, particularly the people on voice, are far younger than they should be playing. They should be playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, everyone's just a horrible sport. And mixed with my luck, they're never fun.
Yeah.
And I hated that because
the original concept that you're describing, that sounds more fun to me.
Like, yeah, the original concept of Fortnite, I absolutely adored. It's a cooperative multiplayer that still has a competitive streak. Like, you compete to be the best of the people defending.
Meanwhile, I'm here on the other end of the spectrum going like, yes, I actually like these kind of competitive games.
Shun the non-believer.
But the whole point behind Fortnite was it was something that no other game had really done before. Like, it was a unique thing, and I played it for that. And now that unique aspect is gone, it's basically been cast aside in favor of the whole battle royale thing because the battle royale. Because
I'm not
battle
going to
royale
say
is
it's a
popular right now.
unique aspect. Like the defend the point from zombies. Yeah, that's hardly unique.
It's hardly new, but it's never been really done in a first-person shooter concept before, particularly as a cooperative defensive thing. I've never seen
Left
it
4
done
Dead.
like that before.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead isn't a holder point though. Left 4 Dead is a run and gun.
There are parts in it where you need to hold.
True, like certain parts.
No,
you
but
got...
this is literally this is a multiplayer-focused game that is all about cooperative defensive shooter play.
like actually build the fortifications up and hold the line.
And it was good for what it did. Like it had some teething issues, but it was a really good concept, and they were working on it. And then yeah, PUBG came out, and the developers of Fortnite decided, nope, we're going to jump all over that because that's really popular. It seems.
Oh, you mean just like Rockstar did? with Motor Wars.
Yeah, it's
I actually like Motor Wars.
You see,
so
I
it's fine.
played a couple of those Motor War games with you, and I honestly was not that into them.
They're all right. They're passable for me.
They're
I'll
all right, but
accept
they're
them.
not my thing. But yeah, it's just like I'm just really disappointed because I actually did put a fair bit of money into Fortnite back when it was about the fort building and wave defense, and now that money's basically been spat in my face. It's just like, yeah, thanks guys.
Is the defensive game mode still there?
I think it's still there, but no one plays it.
Right, so they haven't taken it out.
Yeah.
It's just basically you just need people to come on and play with it.
I'm waiting for it to come out on Steam. I think it's meant to come out on Steam like late this year as a free game.
Nice. Oh,
Because it's full of microtransactions.
joys. Speaking of stuff coming out, you've just reminded me. Some point in Q2, hopefully early on in Q2, the big new update to Minecraft should be hitting us. The aquatic update.
Ooh.
As in, they're adding like complete like coral reefs with multiple different type of corals. There's drowned mobs. There's tropical fish. There's shipwrecks. There's buried treasure. There's trident weapons, new enchantments, including like if you throw a weapon that comes back to you, sort of thing. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I might have to hop back on vanilla.
Well, it's something we can play a multiplayer of at some point.
I'd be willing to buy another cheap server to like 4-person server just to have it going because
I'm pretty sure my computer's still set up to host a server.
Yeah,
to
but
host a Minecraft
I
server.
think we did that once, and my connectivity to it was absolute balls, like worse than yours is to the one I'm hosting through at the minute.
And that would be because my internet was shitty back then. My internet doesn't seem to be as shitty anymore.
We hope.
Well, I did the speed test this morning when it was under heavy load. I might do another one real quick because this will be the point at which everyone's getting on.
Well, let's just have a look. Okay, so the Nitrous Network servers that I use, yeah, the current server I'm using is the Iron Tier server, which is 1 to 30 players, all mod packs. That's £8 a month. Not bad, pretty damn good. If we're just doing a vanilla, I'd probably even go stone or wood tier. Wood tier is literally just basically vanilla, 1 to 4 players, £2 a month, or stone tier, which is £4 a month, and that takes you up to 16 players.
I don't think we need that many players. It'll probably be just us and maybe 1 or 2 others.
To be fair though, I would probably go the 16 players because I would like share that with people, basically. Like that would be sort of
That's
like
true.
Tiger Corp's public server.
Just did a quick test. No, my internet's still running really well. So
Huh, interesting.
I'm trying to think. So let's lowball it and say and for safety's sake, say my upload is 10 megabits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. What could Twitch handle with 10 megabits?
No idea.
Then again, what resolution do you stream your videos in?
Oh fuck, I keep forgetting the bloody settings. Where do I find that on the fly again?
I think the settings are actually set in OBS and not Twitch.
They are. Resolution 120 by 720. Yeah, so fairly decent.
So 720, 720.
I think so. Yeah. I'm trying to find this shit on the fly.
Yeah.
And I suck at this sort of stuff.
Output.
This was literally me set it up, tweak it until it works, and then just go for it. I suck at resolutions and stuff like that, like badly.
Yeah, my scaled output resolution is 1280 by 720.
Meanwhile, it feels like my brain's about to melt.
Toby,
Yeah.
I wouldn't completely delete everything this time. Promise.
Alright, so yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll try and stream it at that 720p, so low HD.
Mhm.
We'll see how my stream goes. I'll need you watching the stream to test it and watch for frame drops and whatever.
Yeah, that's no problem.
But yeah, again, gaming section. So shameless plug. I am going to be testing, not technically streaming properly, but testing my stream to see how it handles.
Yay, shameless plugging.
I don't know what I'll be testing it with, like what game.
But something.
There we go.
Well, Armello did finish installing.
Could do that at some point then.
Could just do a quick
Is
private
Armello
game, just
free to
even
play or
if we
not?
don't finish it. Just to test.
Armello is not free to play. However, I am curious of the price at the minute. 1 second, let me load up my Steam here. Hold on.
I wouldn't be paying for it now. Someone
Store
made a fucking
page.
Indian Star Trek Online. As Indie
It
Reptilian,
is.
looks
It is current.
terrifying.
It is currently for the rest of the month half price and is $9.99 US.
Oh, is that
That's not
everything though?
No, that's just the base game.
Well, just
What have
looking
we
at
got
the,
for downloadable content?
I've just realised. Look at the time. That is our 2 hours.
No, it is too. Wow.
Yeah. Shit flies by, yo.
Content. Most of the content packs, all the everything, all the content packs are 20% off, except for the soundtrack, which is half price, and all the DLC together is another $32.95 US at the moment.
Alright, we'll see you later, Note Fox.
Well, it's
So
gonna be
for-
see you later,
so-
everybody, because
Pretty much.
this is end of the stream. So,
Hmm.
hope you'll have enjoyed. Sorry for the really heavy topics earlier on for those that have been here since, like, you know, the very start. But it was shit I really wanted to talk about because it's just been grinding my guts since it happened.
It's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, but no. I think we turned it around. Fucking pheasants banging their head off the walls, people stabbing people with samurai swords. You know, the good stuff.
Friggin'
Jesus Christ.
friggin' shipping goats to ISIS. What the hell?
Oh,
dogs
What
in
the hell,
Japan.
New Zealand? It's like New Zealand. That's not helping your reputation at all.
but no.
At all.
Thank you very much for turning up, guys. Hope you did enjoy. We will be back next week. Unsure what time it depends when everybody else is streaming because I try to dodge around them and, you know, be helpful and all that sort of shit. But no, it has been a pleasure as always. Take care and we'll see you next week.